July 8, 2014, Varna Airport, Bulgaria. Morning, 10:41 a.m. Security cameras recorded everything. A man, 28 years old, German tourist, Lars Mittank. He walked through the airport's automatic doors. He looked normal, calm. Everything was normal. Then, something happened. He suddenly stopped, looked around, turned his head, like he was seeing someone, but no one was there. And then, he started running out of the airport terminal, right in front of the security cameras. He was running like crazy. In a panic, he ran toward the highway, plunged into the forest, and was never seen again. This footage went viral on the internet. 50 million views. The man who ran from the airport, but nobody knows. Why did he run? Who was he running from? Where did he go? This is Lars Mittank's story, a man who disappeared before the world's eyes. The last person you see on video, but never found. It begins now. Chapter 1. Lars's life, health and sports. Lars Mittank. Born February 28, 1986, Berlin, Germany. A normal German young man, hardworking, calm, healthy. Sandra Mittank, Lars's mother. Interview 2015. Lars was a very good boy, never caused any trouble. He was interested in sports, especially football. He was a fanatic Bayern Munich supporter. He'd watch matches every week, have beer with his friends. A normal young man. He was happy. Lars worked for an electrical company, electrical technician, a reliable employee, had a good salary. His life was in order. He was 28 years old. He had a girlfriend, Jessica. They'd been together for 2 years. They were thinking about marriage. Jessica Schultz, Lars's girlfriend. Interview 2014. Lars was a perfect boyfriend, romantic. He'd buy me flowers. He loved walking on the beach. We'd talk about the future. Jessica, one day we'll get married, he'd say. We'll have children. We'll buy a small house. He dreamed of a happy life. And so did I, but then everything changed. June 2014. Lars and 4 friends decided, let's go on vacation. Where? Bulgaria. Golden Sands, a resort town on the Black Sea coast. Cheap, fun, a favorite place for young Germans, a 1-week vacation. June 30th, July 7th, 2014. Paul Rode, Lars's friend. Interview 2014. We just went to have fun. See son party. That was all. Lars was very excited. This is going to be amazing, he'd say. An unforgettable vacation. And he was right. But for different reasons. It was unforgettable, but in a terrible way. June 30th, 2014. 5 friends landed at Varna Airport. Bulgaria. Lars Mittank, Paul Rode, Tim Schneider, Max Weber, Stefan Kraus. 5 young men, in their 20s. Their lives ahead of them. They had dreams. They had plans, and none of them knew. A week later, one would be missing. Chapter 2. Golden Sands. The first days of vacation. Golden Sands, Bulgaria. The most popular resort town on the Black Sea. Beaches, bars, nightclubs, cheap alcohol. Young tourists from everywhere. Lars and his friends checked into a hotel. Holiday Inn Golden Sands. The first 3 days were perfect. Paul Rode. We'd lie on the beach, go in the sea, go to bars in the evenings. Lars was very happy. He was dancing, drinking, laughing. This is the best vacation, he'd say. He'd call Jessica every day. Honey, this place is amazing, he'd say. Next year I'll come with you. But day 4, July 4th, 2014, everything changed. That night the friends were watching a Bayern Munich match at a bar. It was World Cup season. Germany was doing very well. The bar was crowded, tourists, locals, lots of alcohol, lots of noise. Paul Rode. When the match ended, Lars went to the bathroom. We waited outside. 10 minutes passed. 50 minutes passed. Where is he? We said. Then Lars came out, but his face was bloody. His ear was bleeding. His eye was bruised. What happened? We asked. I got beaten up, he said. 4 men. They cornered me, beat me. Lars had been attacked in the bathroom. 4 local Bulgarians. The reason unclear. Maybe political. Maybe the Bayern jersey. Maybe just xenophobia. The attack was violent. Lars fell to the ground. They kicked him in the head, punched his ear. Then they ran away. Paul Rode. Lars was in shock, in pain. We need to go to the hospital, we said. But Lars refused. No, I'm fine, he said. I just need to sleep. That night we returned to the hotel, but Lars couldn't sleep. He was in pain. The next morning, July 5th, Lars's ear kept bleeding. His eardrum might have burst. His friends insisted, go to the doctor. Lars agreed. He went to a local clinic. Varna Medical Center, Dr. Kosta Kostov. Varna Medical Center, interview 2015. Mr. Mittank came in the morning of July 5th. He was complaining about his ear. I examined him. There was a tear in his eardrum. Not serious, but there was a risk of infection. I prescribed antibiotics. And I said one more thing. Don't fly for at least 7 days. Pressure difference can make your eardrum worse. Wait. The patient understood. Okay, doctor, he said. I'll wait. Days. Lars couldn't fly, but his friend's flight was July 7th, 2 days later. Tickets had been purchased. Couldn't be changed. Paul rode. We told Lars, we'll stay with you. We'll all go back together. But Lars refused. No, he said. You go. I'll come back in 7 days. It's not a problem. I can stay alone. Just a few days. We weren't convinced. But Lars insisted. Please, he said. I don't want to ruin your vacation. Go, I'm fine. July 6th, last day. The friends went out together for the last time. Sat on the beach. Said goodbye. Paul rode. Lars was acting strange. He seemed paranoid. He kept looking around. Someone's watching us, he'd say. Who? We'd ask. I don't know. But I can feel it, he said. Those 4 men. They're still around. They're following me. Lars, that's ridiculous, we said. No one's following you. You're being paranoid. But Lars didn't believe us. You don't know, he said. They're here. Evening at the hotel, they said goodbye. Friends packed their bags. They'd fly early tomorrow morning. Paul rode. I hugged Lars. Be careful, I said. We'll see each other in Berlin in a few days. Yes, Lars said. But his voice was trembling. He looked scared. Paul, he said, if something happens, tell my mom. Tell her I loved her. I thought it was strange. Lars, what are you talking about? Everything's fine. You'll be back in a few days. That's all. But Lars just nodded, like he didn't believe me. July 7th morning, 4 friends went to the airport, went home. To Germany. Lars stayed behind, alone, in Varna, in Bulgaria, and 24 hours later, he disappeared. Chapter 3, The Last 24 Hours, Paranoia and Fear, July 7, 2014. Morning. Lars woke up alone. His friends were gone now. He was completely alone, in a foreign country. Lars checked out of Holiday Inn. He needed to move somewhere closer to the airport. His flight was the next day, July 8th. He found a cheap motel near Varna Airport. Hotel color, it was a small motel. Not clean, but cheap. Only 3 kilometers from the airport. Around 11 a.m., Lars checked in. Nikolai Rangelov, hotel color receptionist, interview 2014. A young German came. Lars Mittank. He wanted a room for 1 night. I'm flying tomorrow, he said. I just need a place to sleep. I gave him the room. Room 308, 3rd floor. I took his passport. Everything was normal. But then everything got strange. Lars went up to his room, left his luggage. But a few minutes later, he came back downstairs. Nikolai Rangelov, he came to reception. Are there CCTV cameras in my room? He asked. It was a strange question. No, sir, I said. No cameras in rooms. Only in hallways and lobby. Are you sure? He said. Yes, I'm sure, I said. He didn't seem relieved. He seemed anxious, like someone was watching him. Lars went back up to his room. Afternoon. Lars didn't leave his room, just stayed in the room. What did he do? Nobody knows. But around 4 p.m. something happened. Lars called his mother. On the phone, Sandra Mittank, interview 2015. My phone rang. It was Lars. Hello, Mom, he said. There was something in his voice. Fear, panic. Lars, what happened? I asked. Mom, someone's following me, he said. Who's following you? I don't know. But they're here. Those 4 men from the bar. They're trying to kill me. I was shocked. Lars, what are you saying? Go to the police. No, I can't go to the police. They're with them too. Lars, calm down. No one's trying to kill you. You're being paranoid. No, Mom. Listen to me. If something happens to me, I love you. He started crying. I cried too. Lars, please come home. You have a flight tomorrow. Just go to the airport. Come home. I'll try, Mom. I'll try. He hung up. Sandra was horrified. Was her son going crazy? Or was he really in danger? Evening 7 p.m., Lars called again. This time his girlfriend, Jessica Schultz, interview 2014. Lars was crying. Jessica, help me, he said. What happened, Lars? They found me. They're here. They're waiting outside. Lars, who are you talking about? Those men? From the bar. The ones who beat me. They're going to kill me. I was scared. Lars's voice had never been like this. It was like he was hysterical. Lars, calm down. Are you in your room? Yes, I locked the door. But they're outside. I can hear them. They're walking around in the hallway. Lars, call the police now. No, I can't trust the police. Don't you understand? I can't trust anyone. The phone cut off. I called back. He didn't answer. PM. Lars came down to reception again. Nikolai Rangelov, he came. He looked very bad. He was sweating, pale. Can you call a doctor? He said, of course, sir. What happened? I don't know. I'm feeling sick. My head is spinning. My heart is racing. I called a local doctor, Dr. Ilyev. He came within 30 minutes. Dr. Georgy Ilyev, interview 2015. Around 10 p.m. I was called to Hotel Color. There was a young German patient. I went up to the room 308. Lars was very anxious. Doctor, something's happening to me, he said. My head hurts. My heart is beating too fast. Am I going to die? I examined him. Blood pressure normal, heart normal, no fever. Physically, you're fine, I said. But psychologically, you seem stressed. Could be a panic attack. Panic attack? Yes, you seem very anxious. Why? He stopped, looked at me. Doctor, they're following me, he said. Who? The men. The men outside. They want to kill me. I was surprised. What men? There's no one outside. There is. I can see them. In the hallway. He ran to the window. Looked outside. There they are. In the car. They're watching me. I looked outside. It was an empty parking lot. No one was there. Mr. Mittank, there's no one outside, I said. But stay. I'll give you a sedative. You need to sleep. I prepared an injection. But Lars refused. No, I don't want an injection. You're trying to put me to sleep. You're with them too. He backed away. He was scared, paranoid. Lars, calm down. I'm trying to help you. No, leave. You're all trying to kill me, he yelled. I couldn't control him. I left. The doctor left. Lars was alone, in the room, by himself. With paranoia, Lars didn't sleep all night. At 30 a.m., Lars called his mother again, Sandra Mittank. The phone rang at midnight. It was Lars. He was whispering. Mom, he said. They're here, outside. They're trying to open my door. Lars, please call the police. No, I can't trust anyone. Mom, if I die, know that I loved you. Lars, you won't die. Get on the plane in the morning. Come home. I'll try. But Mom, forgive me. Forgive what? Everything. For not being a good son. He was crying. Lars, you're perfect. Please come home. Okay, Mom, I love you. The phone cut off. It was the last conversation, July 8, 2014, morning 5 a.m. The sun rose. Lars was still in his room. Hadn't slept. Awake for 24 hours, paranoid, scared. His flight was at 12 Vasum. He had 7 hours, but Lars decided to go to the airport very early. He was too scared to stay at the hotel, where E.M. Lars packed his bag, checked out, didn't say anything to the receptionist, just handed over the key and left alone, walked toward the airport, 3 kilometers. On foot 7:30 a.m., he arrived at Varna airport, very early. His flight was in 4.5 hours, but at least he was safe, or so he thought. He entered the airport terminal, sat on a bench, waited, looked around, still paranoid. A.M. Lars went to the bathroom. 10 a.m. He came back, got coffee at the cafe, sat alone. 10:30 a.m. check-in started. Lars got in line, showed his passport, got his ticket. 10:40 a.m. Lars walked toward the security checkpoint. And then, Chapter 4, last footage, the airport escape July 8, 2014, 10:41 a.m. Varna airport security cameras recorded everything. Lars inside the airport terminal, pulling his luggage. Looks calm. Approaching check-in. 10:41:03. Lars stops, looking around. 10:41:12. Suddenly turns his head, like he's seeing someone. But in the camera footage, no one's there. 41:18. Lars turns back. Fast steps. Looks scared. 10:41:25. Lars starts running. Leaves his luggage. Only has his small backpack. Running. 10:41:31. Goes through automatic doors outside. 10:41:35. Exits terminal. Running to parking area. Running like crazy. 10:41:42. Crosses the parking lot. Running toward the highway. 10:41:50. Disappears from camera view. Entering the forests. 10:41:53. Last footage. Lars Mittank completely disappears. Airport Security Chief Boris Petrov. Interview 2014. I was watching the monitors. A young man suddenly started running. Very strange. What's happening? I thought. I radioed the officers. There's a man running in the terminal. Stop him! But he was too fast. Within 5-6 seconds, he was outside. Officers went out, but the man had disappeared. He'd gone into the forest. They went, started searching, but couldn't find him. He'd completely vanished. Airport police were called. A search was initiated. Canine dogs were brought. Searches were conducted in the forests. Highway was checked. Nearby villages were scanned, but Lars Mittank was nowhere. No trace. 12 p.m. Lars's flight took off to Berlin. But Lars wasn't there. Airport officer Maria Ivanova, interview 2014. We found a large suitcase at check-in, abandoned. We looked inside. There was a name tag, Lars Mittank. His passport was there, his wallet, 600 euros cash, credit cards, cell phone, plane ticket. Everything was there. But no Lars, where did he go? Why did he leave everything? We didn't understand. Sandra Mittank was waiting for her son who didn't come home. At the airport, Berlin, the plane landed. Passengers got off. But no Lars. Sandra panicked. She called Bulgarian authorities. "Where is my son?" she said. And she learned. Lars is missing. Chapter 5, Investigation and Theories, July 8, 2014 afternoon. Bulgarian police launched an official missing person investigation. Commissioner Ivan Dimitrov, Bulgarian Police, interview 2015. Mr. Mittank's disappearance was very strange. He ran away of his own will. No one forced him. The video is clear. He ran on his own feet, but why? This question drove us crazy. Searches continued for days. Helicopters, dogs, divers, forests, sea, everywhere, but no trace of Lars Mittank. Theories. Theory 1, psychosis and head trauma doctor. Michael Hoffman, German neurologist. Interview 2016. Lars's behavior shows classic acute psychosis symptoms, paranoia, hallucinations, the obsession, they're following me. The beating on July 4th is important. He was hit in the head, eardrum burst. Maybe he also had a concussion. Brain trauma can lead to psychosis, especially combined with sleep deprivation. Lars didn't sleep for 24 hours. This may have triggered a psychotic episode, but there's a problem. Lars had no previous psychological problems, none. He was a healthy young man. Can one blow cause psychosis so quickly? Theory 2, Drugs Commissioner Dimitrov. One theory, Lars used drugs. Maybe LSD, maybe synthetic cannabinoids. Young people try a lot on vacation. Legal control is weak in Bulgaria. Maybe Lars used something and had a bad trip. Paranoia, hallucination, panic. Then he ran. But there's no evidence. Lars's friends said Lars would never use drugs. And no autopsy. No body. Impossible to verify. Theory 3, Mafia, Organized Crime, Paul Road. I think those 4 men followed Lars. They beat him at the bar. Then followed him for revenge. Maybe local mafia, maybe organized crime. Lars realized this, fear, and he ran. He saw them at the airport. Ran in panic. Hid in the forests. But they found him, and killed him, but no evidence. In the video footage, no one's following Lars. No one. Theory 4, suicide doctor. Hoffman, a dark theory, but possible. Lars was depressed, had paranoia. He told his family, "Forgive me. I love you," like goodbye. Maybe Lars decided to commit suicide, ran from the airport, went into the forest, and killed himself. His body somewhere, unfound, but why? Lars was a happy young man, had a girlfriend, had a good job, no reason for suicide. Theory 5. Amnesia and new life. Sandra Mittank. Maybe Lars is still alive. Maybe amnesia. Maybe the blow to his head erased his memory. Maybe now he's somewhere, in Bulgaria, in another city, with a new name, but doesn't remember who he is. Doesn't remember me, but he's alive. I believe it. My son is alive. Chapter 6. Sightings and investigations. Since 2014, hundreds of reports have come in. Sighting number 1, August 2014, Varna, Bulgaria. A woman called police. I saw a man in the forest, injured, covered in blood. He was asking for help. Police went there. No one was there. Sighting number 2, September 2014, Sofia, Bulgaria. I saw someone who looked like Lars at a bus stop. He was speaking German. He disappeared. Investigated. Not found. Sighting number 3, 2015, Germany. A homeless man in Berlin looks a lot like Lars. Jessica and Sandra went. It wasn't him. Sighting number 4, 2017, Ukraine. There's a man in a hospital with amnesia. Speaks German. Could it be Lars? DNA test done. It wasn't. Hundreds of sightings. None were Lars. Sandra Mittank. Interview 2020. Every time a report comes in, I get hopeful. This time it could be him, I say. But every time, disappointment. But I don't stop, because my son is somewhere. I know it. He's alive, and one day he'll come home. Interpol added Lars Mittank to the international missing person list. A special detective team from Germany came to Bulgaria, conducted new searches, worked with Bulgarian police. They found nothing. Epilogue. The airport's ghost. 11 years have passed. Lars Mittank is still missing. Varna airport is still there. Same automatic doors. Same cameras. The video is still on the internet. 50 million views. Comments. Why did he run? Who is he running from? Is he still alive? Nobody knows. Jessica Schultz. Interview 2024. I'm married now. I have 2 children. But I never forgot Lars. I think about him every day. Where is he? Is he alive? Is he happy? No answer. Just silence. Sandra Mittank. Interview 2024. I'm 68 years old, but I haven't stopped waiting. Every day I open the door. Maybe he'll come today, I say. But he doesn't come. But I haven't lost hope. I never will. Lars Mittank, on July 8, 2014, ran before the world's eyes. Security cameras recorded everything. But where did he run to? Nobody knows. Why did he run? Nobody knows. Is he still alive? Nobody knows. This is the story of the man who ran from the airport, seen but never found.